right, all right. Hey, welcome back, BTG family. Welcome to Bridge the Gap. And again, this is your boy Spaceman Physique, and today we got another great topic coming up. So first, if y'all didn't already, check out the title. It says "Life After the Army: Retired Life, Living Outside the Country, and Did It Cost You Your Fitness?" Right? Because for me, myself, obviously, retired from the military. A lot of people that I've encountered that retired from the military, even going to the VA hospital, you see individuals that's retired. And one thing in the military is that you cannot sacrifice your fitness, right? So so when you do retire and you get the comfortability of not having to get up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and you're retired and then you live outside the country, do it really sacrifice your fitness? So we're gonna find out from one from our boy Soto, and I'm gonna bring him on here. Give me 1 second, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself to y'all. And if there he is, right there. This is my boy Soto, man. We was recruiters together in Florida. Matter of fact, in Florida, beautiful state of Florida, right? And we had some great times. And we're gonna talk about it. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's up, guys, man? So yeah, my name is Abel. I do have a YouTube channel called Starting Over in Spain, which is basically just living the life of a family that moved from the US and left everything to start over in Spain. The channel is not about fitness, but again, it's just about everyday life struggles and just the challenges that occur. But yeah, my boy here, I've been seeing him work on hard on that YouTube channel, and I mean, fitness is something I'm definitely passionate about. So we can definitely have a fun talking about it.
Yes, nice, nice. So, first and foremost, so I'll first start off with saying this: how was it making the decision to move out of the United States, everything that you pretty much known here, to go outside the country to Spain?
Okay, I mean that is a loaded question, but I feel like you were low key there when
Yeah,
as I was making the decision, I was kind of telling you, we were recruiters from what 2020 to 2024 ish
something like that.
in
Yeah, yeah.
South Florida. So we're going through the process of getting out of the army. So as soon as I knew for sure that I was getting out, I was like, man, if I leave the country and I can low key retire. Me and my family just retired and focus our full attention to the kids and give them more time and just spending more time with them. And then we started looking at countries, and of course we speak English, we speak Spanish, so I wasn't gonna move into a country that language is gonna be an issue. So Spain seemed like the right place to do, man. I mean, we visited for about 8, 9 days and we love the vibe. We love the whole environment, especially for the kids. When you have kids, man, the whole thing becomes about them. So yeah, I mean, again, you were right there, man. I remember telling you, like, bro, I'm moving to Spain, and everybody else in that office was like, yeah, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
Cause that's like
bro.
very
But
far fetched. Like you hear somebody, oh, I'm about to get out. I'm about to go out across, like get out and leave the country. Like a lot of people say it, but to actually go in and actually effectively make that happen, that was crazy. And then when you actually made the jump, it was like, damn, he out of here for real. So that was
for
dope.
sure.
That was dope. One thing I would say, what's the food like? Because obviously, American food and outside the country food is never the same. So what's your experience with that?
It's never the same. And bro, I have a controversial take on this. And this is not the common opinion, but I feel like low key Spain food is a bit overrated. And I know that's not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
I know it's not what you want to hear. But for me, again, or like taste and healthy wise is completely different. Like
Hmm.
as far as health wise, food here is much, much better. I'm talking about fruit, it's way less processed.
Hmm.
The fruit has no pretty much, all the pesticides that the US has, and you can actually taste the flavor. So that's a different topic. But if you're talking about, and I might change my mind
Hmm.
as time goes by, but again, I'm from the States and
Yeah.
I've lived there for damn near 20 years. So I'm used to the food already. Like
Yeah.
as simple as it sounds, if I go to a sushi place, I know what I like already. So
Hmm.
here, everything is different. It's a completely different culture.
Hmm.
So I'm getting into it a little bit as far as like eating it. But as of now, I still prefer not American food per se, because what is American food? Freaking like what?
Right.
Barbecue or hamburgers? But I'm
Yeah.
talking about like just the ability to get everything in one place, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
it's funny you said that because I went to South of so was it no Colombia, and I had a
Okay.
like a orange off the street from a dude selling it in the off the street, and when I ate it, I was like, this tastes like an orange. Like it tastes so orange. Like it don't taste like an orange back home. So that's why I asked that question because a lot of when I went to Japan before and I ate the food there, and like the food really tastes like the food is supposed to taste like. So that's pretty funny. How
I literally just bought, sorry, I literally just bought some oranges yesterday and I was doing orange juice. I bought like 8 oranges. I was doing the oranges myself.
hmm
And you drink and bro, it's pure, it just tastes, I don't know, it tastes like you said, you're supposed to taste.
right. Like strawberries taste like strawberries, oranges taste
Exactly. It's full of flavor. It's not
full of
like the
flavor.
sourness. Yeah.
How's the family adapting? Because so military. For those that obviously tuning in that don't know about the military or may have an idea about the military or even been in the military, traveling and moving around, family gets adapted to that environment. But now, how's the family adapting to be not just outside of a different state but a different country?
So, I mean, it goes back to what you were saying just now. I mean, we're used to moving every 3, 4 years, and a lot of people hate that because you're like, you don't grow up in a place. Your kids don't grow up in just one place. But for us, especially me and my wife, it's sort of like it's exciting, bro. Like that
Mm-hmm.
new challenge of like living in a new place that we don't know anything about. And this move is that, but on steroids. I mean, we both came from Washington State to South Florida,
mm-hmm.
and it's a completely different change. But now to another country, another continent altogether. We were super excited, super excited. I mean, my wife is good. The girls now, they actually prefer here than there.
Mm-hmm.
It's because, again, it's more sociable.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very social country, so it's a bit of a difference.
I'm glad you said it. 'Cause I was gonna ask you that. What's the culture like there? Because you said it's very social. I know, and I think about it because when I went to Japan, and I would go like out to venture into the city or whatever, I would see like kids like maybe 5, 6, 7 years old walking with their backpacks throughout the city, going to school, no supervision. And I'm thinking like, man, they not worried about their kids, but the whole culture there is like that's not really a thing that America is crazy. I wouldn't leave my kids nowhere, but
Exactly.
there it was different. So what's that like? What's that like?
Well, it's funny because in the US, me and my wife will go to any park and I'll tell my wife, okay, you get one kid and I'll get the other kid, and we'll be like hawks, just looking around. Here, we went out with some Spanish friends to a big park and the kids were playing, and me and my wife were doing the same thing. And our Spanish friend was like, what the hell are you guys doing? He's like, bro, like there's a lot of people here. It's like, you don't gotta worry about that. Like, this is just the way it is, bro. Like, it's very innocent, very, very family oriented. And I mean, we live in the center of the city, so we literally go down the street and you have a chance of running into people
hmm
just by walking around. Everything is within walking distance. So again, the culture is very different. I mean, we've been living here a year and a half and we still don't have a car, and we low key don't need a car.
Mm. Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Driving with going somewhere without a car and just living. So how do you get around? How you get around out there? Like what is your mode
What?
of transportation?
Well, number one is legs, your legs, bro. Like, right now you look at Google Maps, 15, 20-minute walking, it goes by like that. We go
hmm
walking, but
hmm
mostly is either bus or the tranvia, which is like a train that goes through, small train that goes through the middle of the city.
hmm
But it's every 3, 4 minutes.
Mm.
And it's not like the States that you'll be the only one there at the bus stop. No, this is constantly.
hmm
And in 2, 3 minutes you're there, and then again, it's just different.
That's pretty dope. So I would say my next question would be: now that you retired, you're a retired veteran, chilling, living life. Being in another country, do they know like, oh, I was in the U.S. Army? Are they comfortable with you being in the U.S. Army in their country, or are they like, ah, you're a Donald Trump something, or how every time you go outside the country, they're like you're associated with that. Like, do they like try to pin you, or is that what's their view of regular people, I should say, coming to visit a country?
Well, I'll tell you this though. At first, sometimes people ask us, "Oh, what do we do?" Because we're from the States, and then if I say like, I'm retired, they'll be like, "How old are you?" And I'll be like, "I'm 30, 31." And he'll be like, "What the like? Why are you? How?" So I stopped saying that because they were looking at me weird. They were like, "I'm out here busting my ass driving this taxi at 60 years old, and you're gonna be retired at 30." So we stopped saying that. As far as the army goes, it depends. I don't be saying to people that a lot
Right,
because again, they
right.
be asking some, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to say dumb questions, but they do relate. Oh, what? So you go over there and like you do this for Trump or you do this for
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I'm like, nah, man. Like, and then I'm trying to explain to a person that's not from the States how the army works.
Right.
I'm not doing none of that. So I just don't say that at all. But I try to get away from that, like,
Yeah,
because people, yeah, like I said, people are presumptuous, so
exactly.
they be judging you for sure.
Exactly. Like, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, they associate all of once, or I guess really the presidency to everybody's all together." So it's funny because I noticed that when I go outside the country, they're like, "Oh, the first thing they ask you is like Donald Trump." Like, I don't know this man. Like we don't kick it on a first name
Yeah,
basis, but it's like they
right,
they
right,
they
right.
associate that. Like, I don't even know y'all president. I'll associate y'all together. Well, that's funny. But so in the like obviously in the military, there's like a very routine training program. As you come in, and obviously we was recruiters, so we got to do what we want. We got free range to work out and train how we want. Now the equipment or the gym environment, is it still the same outside the country as it is in the country, or is there different variables about that?
No, it's the same, bro. It's exactly the same. I mean, the gyms are, I wouldn't say they're as big because again, everything is a bit smaller. The US, everything's bigger. So
Mhm.
you're not gonna see like an LA Fitness size gym in the middle of the city. Just
Mhm.
you're not gonna have two floors, huge with pools and stuff like that. There are places like that, but they're a little bit outside the city. So as far as gym, it's just the gym itself. Some of them might have two floors, but it's not I mean the equipment is the same, but again, it's not that open space that you will see in LA Fitness with like racquetball courts or basketball courts. You would have to go to different places like that. But like working out itself is pretty much the same. Yeah.
So with that, have you found like new, I guess not new, what do you call it? Like new things like other countries they probably like into like cycling, pickleball, or is there like any new fitness like thing that they have out or anything that they have out there that you adopted? Like, man, I like what they do over here. I'm gonna get into this type of training.
Yeah, for sure. I would say pickleball. First time I tried it, it was here. They do that a lot. And again, it's a way to socialize.
Mhm.
It might seem at first I was like, come on, bro, this is even a sport, but it gets intense. I'll tell you that. It gets intense. It's pretty fun. You meet people, so that's one way to go about it. And another one is, which we have somewhere of a similarity with in the army, it's running. They do marathons here, it seems like 2 or 3 times a month.
Damn.
And people here are fit, bro. Like you see, like you go to the park right now at this time, and you will see a bunch of people running, a bunch of people running through the city. Of course, they do a lot of cycling, but cycling is an expensive sport. So getting into that, it's another world. But
Mhm.
as far as running, yeah, I'll be running. I'm running not the same as when I was in the army, but I am running a lot because I am participating in marathons. And
Mhm.
again, it's a way to meet people and just be part of the community because that's what you want to be, right? You want to be part of the community. You don't want to isolate yourself because if
Mhm.
not, I would have just stayed in South Florida.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'll go say, so what military habits I would say that you think that stayed with you in your transitioning to another country that you still kind of adapt and you still kind of keep embedded into your life at this point?
You're as far as what, like fitness or as far as
Like
just
anything,
everything in general?
lifestyle, what you call it thing? Like for like discipline, let's say discipline, right? For an example, like
Right. So
order? Do you still like keep things sit like a certain way because of what the military has taught you? You kept it adopted it to your life because a lot of people think like when we get out the military, we're still folding. What's that? Army folding our underwear and
yeah,
t-shirts and stuff like that.
right. I mean, It's a lot, right? I mean, sometimes my wife has to be like, "Hey, you're not in the military anymore, chill." Because I've been talking to my kids sometimes, like, like
Yeah.
with the with the hand.
Yeah.
But number one thing, like you were saying, is discipline for sure, bro. Because I mean, that applies to literally everything. Like
Hmm.
I like one thing will be like if we have a timeline to do something, like I would hate people like waiting on me because like if you're not
Hmm.
10 minutes early, you're late type of
Hmm.
mentality. So as far as that, for sure that, and then the mentality, the discipline as far as going to the gym, just getting that routine down because I mean, if I don't do that, I'll go crazy out here. I'll tell you that for
Right.
sure.
So I was gonna say, is it another question I had? Is it easier or harder to stay healthy in Spain, or would you say in America?
It was easier. I mean, in Spain,
Yeah.
in Spain, in Spain, bro. It's because people here don't eat. There's a lot of things. One, people here don't eat that much,
Hmm.
right? And the portions, you could say that if you go to like I don't know, like a Texas Roadhouse over there, you get a portion, you will see a big portion, right? There's a lot of things going on. And if you have an appetizer before and a dessert after, you're talking about 2,000 calories easy in a meal.
Mm.
If you eat all that nonsense, right? Here, it's more like let's order a cup of wine and let's order some things to like some tapas, which is some like small appetizers here and there, and then you'll be talking for 2 3 hours and you spend $10, but you really didn't eat a meal. And whenever you do eat a meal, again, the portions are way smaller. And another thing, which I think is the main thing, is the walking,
Hmm.
bro. People
Mm.
like, man, people walk here everywhere. So that applies again to being the whole fitness because again, there's a lot of desserts, there's a lot of bakeries here. I mean, you can throw a rock and it's gonna land on a bakery here. And you're like, how are people like staying? How are people not obese? Because they're not, bro. Like I think I've seen, and I'm not kidding, maybe like a handful of people since I've been here that are obese. Um, so yeah, that walking thing, and then the whole social being social, and the running and activities and staying active, I think that plays a major role in being healthy here. Because in the U.S., I feel like in the U.S. you have to be consciously thinking
Right.
of
Right.
like you have to make an effort.
Yeah.
Bef- Here on a regular day, I'll be walking 10,000 steps without even trying to walk 10,000 steps.
Mm.
Just by taking the kids to school, just by walking to the gym, maybe if I walk to the market, like it'll be like 10,000 steps like that.
Mm.
So,
That's
yeah,
funny you said that because people, I know everybody's on to that, like the step count thing. Oh, I did my 10,000, I did my 20,000. Like, this should be a normal day of walking. But like over there, it's a
exactly.
normal day of walking. That's probably why they, like you said,
Exactly.
the bakeries, they can eat all
Exactly.
that. So even with that, I noticed like when I was out in Japan, like the bakery, the food, the bread was like it wasn't as, it didn't feel as heavy as it does when you eat it in the state. It tastes like it's fresh and just
I
nutrients
don't
like
know
you're
what
supposed
it
to.
is, bro. I really don't know what it is, but I mean, it's not even I mean, the bakery, of course, because that specializes in that. They make the
Hmm.
bread right there. But even if you go to like a regular market, like a Publix type market here in Spain, Zaragoza, where I'm at, which I have one like 3 minutes from here, I can go downstairs, I can get the bread, and you can hear, that Ratatouille, that scene that he gets
Hmm.
the bread and he's like he smells, he crunches,
Yeah.
bro. That's how it is. And you're talking about 80 cents, and you get the whole loaf of bread, and again, you cut it, but it doesn't feel as heavy. I don't know. I feel like you get a full lung in Subway over there, and you're already full by looking at the bread. You're
Right.
like, damn, So here is completely different. Yeah, yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
So now that you're over there, have you thought about working again? Or are you just like, nah, I'm chilling. I'm just gonna retire.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. I'm gonna work for sure. I'm gonna work for sure. I was just waiting on some paperwork, some immigration paperwork,
Hmm.
that my wife was taking care of, so we can all have our work permits and all that stuff because we
Hmm.
came with a visa. I mean, that's a long story, but again, yeah, I'm definitely working. I mean, it comes to a point that you get bored. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you're trying to, we're young, so like you got to do something. You got
Right.
to do something.
It's funny you said that because I talked to another one of my buddies I got out the military with, and we retired, and we talk about like, he ain't been working since he got out. Since we all got out at the same time. He ain't been working the whole time. Now he's like, man, it's boring. I need to start working again. And I'm like, I've been working since I got out, cause I was like, I'm just gonna keep a job. But I'd be like, man, I'd be wanting to just sit back, and he's like, nah, man, you can get bored. And it's funny because
Not
everybody
only
says that.
you start spending more money, bro. Like if
Yeah.
you start spending more money because you're like, since you don't have like a purpose
Mhm.
in the everyday thing, you start thinking, okay, like maybe let's go out, let's go to vacation, or
All right, welcome back. Hey, technical difficulties, but we about to make this work. But we back on, still recording. So, last question we was talking about was what was it again? I, I can't remember. We're gonna move on to the next question.
yeah,
But
let's move on.
oh,
Let's move
working. So, yeah, I was
on.
actually like, if you're gonna start looking at working, and it was talking about being retired and actually enjoying retirement, then it gets to the point where like, man, we still young. Like, do we want to continue to just kick our feet up or work? And you say you are looking into working over there. Is it like regular laborious work? Like you plan to work on? I'm not gonna say like McDonald's or Walmart. 'Cause I don't know if they got stuff like that. But like you looking for a career over
Yeah,
there?
no, no, hell no. I'm looking for some. So I was looking. I've been using ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT. I just give a little bit of my background experience on the military and all that stuff that I did. And there's a couple of companies here, major companies that work with the government contracts that work with the U.S. as far as supplying like weapons and stuff for their military over here
Mm.
and their national police, whether it's guns or helmets, the whole equipment and stuff like that. So they are looking for people to have experience in the military and to speak English. So I'm trying to get into that realm right there. But those jobs you're not gonna find them on LinkedIn. So you gotta like know somebody that knows somebody. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm little by little getting into that world. But yeah,
So
yeah,
you
that's what
you've
I'm
been
looking at right now.
networking over there then?
I got to, bro. I got to. I mean, I've met a lot of people, bro, here. It's crazy. I've met more people here than I was when I was in the States.
Damn.
Because here you meet a lot of, and then every time you meet like an American or somebody that came from the States, they know somebody that came from the States. So like I'm part of a group right now that's like 20 people, like a bunch of families together, and they all have one thing in common. They all left the state for a bunch of reasons, but
Right.
better quality of life altogether. So we have that major core thing in common, and then from there, all
Mm-hmm.
those people. I mean, a lot of those people are making bank, bro. Like they're computer engineers. They work
Oh man.
remotely for Microsoft or Apple, and they're making a lot of money. And here, everything being so cheap in comparison to the States, they live great. They
Mm.
really do. So
They got
yeah.
because I know like I see a lot of online, not online, but social media. They got a lot of so obviously you're around a lot of water. Everybody got like yachts and boats and everything, and is fishing a big thing over there?
I mean, I live in Zaragoza, bro. So like there's no water
No.
within like 2 hours from here. Yeah. I mean, I live, what is it, 3 hours from Barcelona, so I'm guessing places like that for
Mm-hmm.
sure. But I mean, every country like this, man, they're gonna have their millionaires, their yachts,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's Europe, pretty sure. I mean, I'll tell you this, when I went to Italy, that's when you saw a little more of a
Upper scale.
upscale.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, yes. Everybody was a little, more suit and tie, more like Monaco, like all
Mm.
those things you see on social media. Yeah, yeah. You can definitely feel it there around that area,
Mm.
especially
So
the coast.
have you thought about going to any other country? Why, since you're over there on Europe, like that's closer? Like, have y'all thought about like, oh, we're gonna do a trip here, We're gonna go to these type of
Yeah.
countries.
And like I said, so in December me and my wife went to Milan, Italy.
Hmm.
And we went from the flight was directly from our city right here. And guess how much the flight was?
I'm gonna just say $30 because I feel like it's cheap.
20, 26 euros round trip.
What's that like $40 in America?
No, 26 euros is not even 30 bucks.
No. Oh.
But let's say 30 bucks. 30 bucks per person round trip. So 60 bucks round trip for two people, and the flight is like an hour and a half.
Oh
And
man.
then so I literally woke up 20 minutes to the airport, and an hour and a half I was in Italy for less than 100 bucks altogether.
That's crazy. For you and the
Um,
family.
for me and my wife, because we went through a to a anniversary
Okay.
trip, and we actually, what is it? Was it last year or the year before? We went to ski.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2.5 hours, we got the skis, and we crossed the border to France. So we visited France
Mm-hmm.
again within 3 hours, bro. I feel like, where we're from, where we're working, you drive 3 hours, you're freaking Orlando.
Yeah.
Here you enter France. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. We also been to Portugal too. And of course, Barcelona, Madrid,
Mm-hmm.
Valencia, Alicante, like all those cities, major cities in Spain. Well, yeah, man, little by little, we because the girls got school, so we can't just like.
Right. Right. Right.
um,
So so what is college like over there? Like I know college in America is a this own different type of thing. How they teach students, or I should say schooling, right? How's schooling like that for in America that you've seen and experienced with your daughters, and now they in Spain? Is the educational level higher, subpar, better?
It's in my opinion, as somebody who again had kids in elementary in the States,
Mm-hmm.
have kids right here in elementary, and went to school in the States as a student, middle school and high school. The education is completely different, bro. Here, I feel like is way higher. It's harder.
Mm-hmm.
It's more one-on-one, more back to the basics as far as my kids over there, they were learning from an iPad pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was computerized, everything was through a touch screen, everything was to a video. Here, it's more one-on-one. They're teaching you, they're giving you hard homework. You do have to study, like you have to help them out. Like the relationship between you and the teachers, it's because you see them every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the States. The States, you're driving around, you drop the kids, you go home, or you pick them up in the afternoon, they get in the car, and you just dip. Here, it's not like that. Here, since everybody's walking, you have to get into school, and the teacher brings the kids out, so the teacher hangs around a little bit, and they talk to some parents, and if you have any questions or something happened, be like, hey, this happened, make sure you take care of it, whatever. So you build that rapport. So if anything happens, it's like this. In the States, you have to send an email and wait for her to respond to you and then set up an appointment for a week. By that point, whatever the deal was, it already happened.
Damn. That's like
So
the Roy's treatment of school for your kids. That's crazy. That's
yes.
that's dope. I was gonna say, what about crime in Spain? Like in America, you could turn on social media right now and just go up. It's been something happened. How's that over there in Spain?
So it's just different types of crimes. I feel like crimes here, I mean, there are crimes everywhere, to be
Right.
honest, but like the crimes here are more minor,
Mm-hmm.
you could say. So you got your shoplifting, you got your pickpocketing, you got, of course, you got your major crimes like murder and stuff like that, but it's not as nowhere near as common as it is in the States. I mean, in the States, every other day there's a public shooting somewhere.
Right.
Here, it's unheard of, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Unheard of. So, I mean, as the fact of that alone, and then of course, one of the most important things is security for the kids, as far as the whole kidnapping and the whole like you got to watch kids like a hawk. Here, I'm not saying it doesn't happen because
Right.
again, things like that happen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's such to an extreme in the States that I feel like it's the only major modern country that stuff happens to, bro. Over here in Europe, they look at the States like it's a war zone, bro.
It
It's a
is a
war.
war
You tell
zone.
people bro, you tell people you're American, they look at you like, so is it really true that people go over there walking around with guns? And I wish I could say it's not true, but shit, you go to Walmart and it's fine to see some hillbilly with a gun in his pocket. Just here, it's like, bro, you can't do that.
Yeah,
It's again unheard of.
that's crazy.
So.
So that's safe to say no concealed firearms is in Spain. You can't have a concealed firearm.
No, I mean they don't. No, I mean I'm guessing. No, hell no. I haven't seen. The only people I've seen with weapons
Hmm.
are some police officers because the majority again have what is it? Those sticks.
Oh yeah, the nightsticks.
Again, this is what I've seen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in major cities in Spain, like Madrid or something, if something like a big concert or something were to happen, they maybe have weapons, but it's just not the same, bro. Like in the US, you
Hmm.
feel the tension just driving in the street, bro.
Nah, for real.
You feel that tension.
Like,
Here, everybody's low-key happy, even though they're stressful, but again, they're happy because they're socializing, they're sitting down, they're having a it's hard to be mad when you're sitting around on Tuesday at 10 in the morning drinking wine in
eating
Europe.
let's say crackers and cheese and just enjoying the scenery. Just
Yeah, bro, it's hard to to be mad about that.
yeah, like I say, since moving outside of the state, or before you made, obviously, we talked about it and we heard you making the plans before you actually did it. What was it? What was like the mental stress of you finally making that move? And like, I got my suitcase. I just got off the plane. I know I'm getting ready to catch an Uber or walk to the house. This is it. What was that like mentally for you to be like, damn, I really just moved? And then being the man, I got to lead my family. They trusting that I'm making this right decision as we communicated through this, that this was going to be the
Right.
decision we need to make. Like, how did that process go for you mentally? Like, damn.
I mean, yeah, that's a great question. So we were, I feel like we were ignorant to the point that he saved us because what it was. It was a saying, ignorance is bliss.
Mhm,
We
mhm,
were ignorant to the things that could go wrong to the point that we didn't even think about them, right? So for us, we were living in a high, right? Everything was rainbows and butterflies. We're like,
mhm,
we were getting everything set up. Of course, it was super stressful to deal with the house, renting the house, selling everything. We literally moved with just our suitcase. We went from a three bedroom, two bath house for just a couple of suitcases to go to another country. So
mhm,
again, that was stressful. But again, yeah, we're in the airport. We're here. We arrived. We're driving to our city that we're gonna move into. Everything was rainbows and butterflies. Where it really hit us was finding an apartment, yeah,
mhm,
because we thought that we came with the visa. The visa is called a non-lucrative visa, which basically you have to show the Spain government that you have enough funds to sustain yourself for a year without working, right?
mhm,
So we thought that with that visa, everybody would rent us an apartment because we showed that we got bread to support ourselves
mhm.
for a whole year. But of course, we didn't do the research as thorough as we should have, and that's not how it worked at all. We were in an Airbnb and we went to a couple of real estate places, and they pretty much told us that without a job contract or without the necessary paperwork, it was going to be very hard for you to rent an apartment.
Mm.
Mind you, we're spending almost $1,000 a week on an Airbnb.
Damn.
So at that moment, we're like, hold up, hold up. And then a day later, bro, we met some American people that told us that they spent 2 months on Airbnbs because they couldn't get an apartment.
Damn.
So at that moment, everything came crumbling down. I was like,
Mm.
2 months. I'm doing the math. I'm like 2 months, 800 euros a week. I mean, that's our whole savings. We're gonna be broke before we even get out of this place. So, we started freaking out, but bro, we were super blessed, super lucky because like 3 or 4 days later, we met this real estate agent, which showed us the place, which is this place right here, and the owners were these old people that they were lawyers, and they were very open-minded, very smart. And we told them our situation, and they were like, you know what, as long as you can prove all the paperwork, everything that I was saying, which I had everything, I had all the copies, I don't see a problem renting us the apartment. So again, we got super blessed because everybody else that we have talked after that, it's the same thing. 1 to 2 months in Airbnbs before they get the apartment. So yeah, it was high, 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 low, and then
Mm.
high, high, high. But again,
Damn.
that's what I said. Ignorance is bliss, right? Because we didn't know that, which was definitely a mistake. But
And for people that's
we learn.
watching this channel, they can actually hear that and be like, "Oh, I thought it was this process." Like you said, the family before you was said that, "Oh, we was here 2 months and we had to figure this out." So now they could check in and be like, you know what? Hey, now we understand what it really take to move outside the country.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly, bro, exactly. It's not all that. You do have to do your research for sure. Yeah.
yeah. Damn. I couldn't imagine sitting there in a whole nother country and be like, "Hey, we ain't about to get you a house." What? You gonna put me in a house?
Well, and the crazy thing is the kids, right?
Yeah.
Because we have put kids in. If it was me and my wife, adults, we can all sleep in the car. I don't care,
hmm
But as long as you got kids, and the
hmm
kids are old enough,
To know what's going on.
especially my oldest one, she's 10, old enough to understand what's going on and to low key tell you like, what the hell are you doing? Like they will tell you you're doing a bad job without telling you.
Right.
So you feel that pressure. And we had them in private school, which was it was almost $1,500 a month in private school because again we didn't know the whole process and we took them on out there in a semi-public school. But yeah, it was all of that together, bro. So
Mm,
yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. I'll tell you that right now. It's
right.
not for you really have to stick through it because
That's dope. I would say, so since you retired, do you still are you still in contact with people that you was in the military with? Are they planning on retirement? 'Cause I know since I've been retired, everybody's still in. They still try to reach out, like, how to get 100%, or what's this like? How's life outside
yeah,
of the military? Because it's a
right,
very
right.
stressful leap to step out of the military because it's so much security financially. Obviously, is the biggest thing, and for your career. Have you had that?
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, I do talk with people all the time, especially on social media and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and people do talk to me about, hey man, you got 100%. I'm thinking of going through the process, but it takes a certain I feel like it takes a certain type of individual to be like, I'm thinking I'm doing this. I feel like it takes a certain type of individual to be like, hey man, I'm thinking of making this career altering move that's gonna affect not only me but my family if I do have family.
Right.
I'm thinking of doing that too. I'm gonna do that and follow through. Because once you start that process, I mean, we both know how it works. Once you start that process, you can just be like, I'm just playing.
I,
I
I
don't
was
want
gonna,
to do it no more.
I was gonna say that. It's like once you, I tell everybody, once you pull the trigger and tell the army, hey, I'm no longer staying in the army, life change. It's like, oh, you was awesome, not no more. You at the bottom of the barrel, and we about to give you this work every 5 seconds until you get out. And you're like, where's this energy coming from? Y'all didn't do this to nobody else.
We felt like this, bro. We felt like this through our chain of command, our first
Yeah.
sergeant commander, bro. Like they gave us hell. But I was just looking at my Love Me book. The people that are not in the military is basically a folder. To be honest, it's a pretty egocentric folder, right?
hmm
It's like it,
hmm
it tells you everything you've
All
done
your
good in your
awards and
career,
yeah. hmm
all your awards or your diploma. Looking at it, tell, oh, I was good, I was good, I was good. I was looking at the other day, I was showing to one of my kids, and I was just thinking, I was like, man, whenever I talk to my provider was like, hey man, you have a lot going on here. If you want a mentor, you can start the process. And whenever I talked to my wife, we decided to pull that trigger. It felt like that book gone.
Yeah.
Nobody cared, bro. Nobody, you are an ex right
Yeah.
now. So you're taking care of yourself?
hmm
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And they're going at you hard.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, we went through it.
hmm
I remember those calls the first time you gave you. It was like, this dude
Yeah.
is tripping
Yeah.
hard, bro.
It was I tell everyone like yeah the and now I could go on that forever because man like it the I said you either have good leadership when you're exiting the military or you don't. You can have good leadership that's going to support you and your goals and say, you know what, we understand that this isn't forever, and you've already made the option to pull the trigger to leave. So let me just continue to be a leader and help you guide you out. Or you got them leaders like, you're leaving? You still owe me. Owe you what? I'm getting
Well,
out.
And the irony of it, I mean, we knew people that were giving us shit, and then a few months later, they
pull
were going
pull
through
the
the
trigger.
same thing. What? What are you saying, bro? You giving us all of that, and then a few months later, you're trying to do the same thing,
Yeah.
asking us advice and stuff? Get out of here, dog.
That's
That's
the thing. And I'm glad, like, although it was a struggle trying to get out, I didn't go all the.
yeah,
'Cause I thought, man, I should just go all the way off. But like, it's no point because you never gonna win that battle. But yeah,
exactly,
they
exactly.
definitely tried to screw. They definitely try I would say the military. I don't want to put the whole military, but the leadership that I had came across in my exiting
Yeah,
at my last duty station definitely tried to make it extremely difficult for me to leave. And I was leaving. I'm talking about it got to the point I'm putting in my leave form, like I'm leaving on this date. And they kept kicking it back. We'll change this date to this date. But I'm leaving. Like, why are we doing this? Like, there is no more me. Like, well, you still need to be here. For this day, I'm leaving. Like, it got so crazy all the way up until the day I had to sign the damn leave form. They fought it. Didn't want to sign. I said, just sign it so I can leave. You want me to leave?
yeah.
Let's sign it.
You're gonna be out regardless, bro. Like whether you be this petty or not, I am gonna be out regardless. That leaf
Yeah.
one is gonna get signed. Just you just delaying the inevitable.
Exactly. Yeah. But
So wait, hold on. Let me
but
ask you something there.
yeah.
We used to work together. We used to go to the gym a lot.
Hmm.
And I see that you have done a major transformation, bro. Now I
Yeah.
don't know if you have talked to this in depth in your channel, but just tell me a little bit about. I mean, you again. We used to go to the gym a lot, so I kind of know
Hmm.
your body type, and
Hmm.
I kind of know what you do. And now you have done something crazy. I mean, you're competing. You look like a freaking. I mean, it's crazy, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. So
Jesus.
yeah, man. So a lot. So what I did, because, and I say this to about dial back. I never. So obviously, like I said, we may mention that we work together, we train together. I rarely ever train with people in the gym, but with Soto, like he was someone that could keep up and do more than what I could do at times. So I was like, damn, I like working out. You got to have a good workout partner, right? Because I don't really have a good.
It pushes you, right? It pushes you to
It
have
pushes
somebody
you.
like that.
Yeah, yeah. So when we worked out, and this was great because we was recruiters, so we'll be prospecting.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
was that is past legal terms or whatever, so we could say we was
No,
prospecting in the
bro.
gym.
'Cause sometimes we'll be sitting in the office and it will be dead quiet, nothing going on. They'll
Yeah.
be like, bro, let's go to the gym.
Let's go to the
No,
gym.
bro, let's go, bro. And then as soon as you know you start going, and then you feel, obviously you feel great about it. But go ahead, go ahead.
Right, you're right, right. So yeah, so building from that though, I just wanted to give a shout out to my boy Soto, man. Like definitely fit, definitely could keep up with the best of them for sure. That was one of my motivations. He kept pushing me, so I was like, man, I love going to the gym with my brother right here. But to dial back, when I got out the military, I had that's why I was asking questions like, is it harder to keep your fitness while you was in or out? Because when I got out, I'm like, free. I could just hang out, kick my feet up. I ain't got to worry about this no more. I ain't got to get up at 5 no more. And I ended up falling into a routine of that. Plus, that's why I asked about the food, the bad diet. I'm sitting there. I realized I had looked at my Uber Eats and I'm like, McDonald's, Taco Bell, this, that. I'm like, I'm tripping. And before I knew it, I was like 280. I was like, man, I gotta do a transformation. I gotta get back dialed in. So then I always wanted to compete.
You was a 280?
Yeah, I got to 280. Crazy. And
Damn.
everybody I talked to, they're like, man, we don't we looked at you, but you didn't look 280. I said, shit, the photos that I used to see now, I be mad. Like, y'all let me walk around looking like that. But once I seen that,
Yeah.
I was like, man, and I always wanted to do a bodybuilding competition show. So I was like, man, let me train for one as if, like really lock in. Like, and I'll set a date. And my thing was like, I'm gonna set a date. So I set a date and I said, this is the date that I'm gonna do it. And then that pushed me every second that I had, I just locked in. I said, okay, I'm gonna train. Then I realized I can't out train the bad diet. So now let me focus on my diet. So now let me focus on everything that aligns to getting into that. So I started watching podcasts about bodybuilders. Of course, everybody know Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, all them, big Olympians. Lee Haney,
Hmm.
and so on and so forth. So I started watching them building, dialing into their mindset, and be like, man, let me get to that level of discipline and physical fitness. And bodybuilding isn't like something I say everybody could do, because it's, and I told myself, I've done everything. It's like for you, we've done so much in our life that we're so young. It's like, why not say I've done this too? Yeah, I've done the military. Very select few people could say I've done the military. Yeah, I was able to push my body down to 4 or 5%, at least once in my lifetime. I know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? So I said that was my goal, was to be able to check. It's like a check block, my to do list, and like that's my to do list, to do list, to do list. So now that was my main objective of doing that at that phase, trying to get down, do that, to do my bodybuilding competition, compete, and it's not like for me, it's more of a hobby and a fun sport, just like football. Football's not forever. Track is not forever. But to me, like I
Something that
said,
challenges
bodybuilding,
you.
huh?
Something that challenges you.
Something that challenges you, because like you said, we've been in the military. Every step, everything that I've done in the military, I always wanted to be challenged. I looked back on my social media, and I didn't even realize it when we did the damn, what was it, the Army PT, the new AFT, when we first did it. And then
I got those videos. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I see one video. I guess I
I'm gonna
posted.
send you that. I gotta send you that. I'm gonna send you.
Okay, yeah, do that. I'm gonna
I got.
post it on my IG and some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then how we just beast through that, and it was challenging. Like we wasn't just trying to, some people come, I just want to do the bare minimum. Nah, I'm trying to get the max. So everything that I
Yeah.
did, I was like, I want to go to the next level. Let me challenge myself in this arena. Let me challenge myself in this arena. Let me challenge myself in this arena. And now, and I did a half marathon. Now I'm thinking like, okay, I want to do a marathon. At least let me get that checked off the block. I've done a Spartan race, so I'm like, I may want to do another Spartan race. So those are my things. Like, I want something that challenges me. And now my thing is, I'm on a road to stay fit until I'm 80, because I want to be able to challenge my kids. Be like, damn, dad ain't just sitting there breaking down. Like, nah, dad outside doing push-ups, pull-ups. We climbing trees. We racing around the corner. They may want to get into running, whatever. At least if I can't keep up to them at that elite level when they get to age, but I can at least be out there enjoying that time with them. Cause like you said, when we go to the gym together, it's good because we get to push each other. So now let's see, you got your father or your mother, whoever, to help you out while you training, and they pushing you while you doing your 2 mile run, your 3 mile run, helping you build that mindset. That's, to me, that's powerful. It's like you and your parents show up to you for um your what do you call it, your school events, or your football game, or soccer game, basketball game, whatever, and you're like, mom's in the stands. Well, how about I'm in the stands with you getting this work before you ever get there? That'd be like, yeah, pops was
Exactly.
in there. I was watching Aaron Donaldson, the defensive end for the Rams.
Hmm.
They said he might be coming out of
Yeah.
retirement, but he said when he
He
was
got traded though. He just got traded to the. Where did he go? Where did he go?
no,
I think he got
he retired
Aaron Donald. Oh, from the
from
Rams.
the Rams. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He been retired
Oh
for a
yeah.
while
Yeah,
after he got his but he flirting with the idea of coming back out of retirement. Is what I've been seeing
yeah.
on social media. But nonetheless, he said when he was younger, his dad used to get him up, tell him you can either work out before school or after school. But when just that part alone, it hit me like his dad's telling him this in high school. Like, I'm still physically able to put that work in with you up until you're in high school. He said, then it got to the point my father didn't have to wake me up no more. I was in there waking him up. Hey, come on, Pop, let's get it. Let's get it. So he built that mentality to the point that Aaron Donaldson was is one of the best defensive in the NFL. And then he got his also what's it called, Super Bowl or whatever the case may be. But that's what his mindset. Like, my dad pushed me, and then it got to the point where my mentality shift and changed. So now I'm pushing him. Hey, dad, wake up. I'm beating him before he waking me up, So when I heard that, I'm like,
Exactly.
damn, that's heavy. Like, to be that example to your kids, that's something that they can't take away. You could, what they say in them about education, they could break my legs, but they can never take this degree. They can't take that mentality out their head, like, or that
Exactly.
you can't lose that, what do you call it, those memories.
No, once it's embedded in you, bro,
Right,
that's it. It's
that's
there.
it.
It's there.
It's just
It's
like,
there.
even for you moving outside the country, your kids will always remember Pops moved us outside the country into a better life. Because, you know, when you young, you don't really see it. By the time you 21, 22, you start looking back on life like, man, Pops did do this.
Bro,
Moms did do this. They did.
believe me, me and my wife talk about that sometimes.
Hmm.
We're like, bro, these kids are so lucky, bro, because you trying to give them all you
Right.
you want and
Hmm.
all they deserve and all that, and but without getting them spoiled, obviously, right? But we're talking and we're like, they're gonna get to the point. I ask her, when do you think they're gonna realize how lucky they are?
Mm.
Because, bro, not
Hmm.
all the kids are freaking being raised in Spain just because they want to. And not only
Right.
that, but the parents are with them 24/7.
Hmm.
The parents, I mean, it's going to change, but as of now, the parents are not working. They're with them. They're giving them all the attention. They're able to travel and do this and do all this crazy stuff that, a bunch of kids are not fortunate enough to have, these options. But yeah, we definitely talk about that. And what you were saying about the road to 80, I've been thinking about that for a minute, bro. Like, you gotta, especially being in the army, you see these guys in the army, they're
Mm.
40, but they look like they're fucking, sorry, they look like
No,
they're
for real.
54.
Yeah.
That's what they say. What the army is like, what, like dog years?
Yeah.
Every year in the army is like seven in the civilian life.
Hmm.
And, at the beginning of my career in the army, I was very fit, but you were confusing like not cardio fit, but more of a CrossFit fit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because in the army you do
Hmm.
more CrossFit stuff than actual
Right.
muscle building,
Exactly.
hypertrophy, and all that stuff.
Hmm.
So I was confused. I was like, bro, if I can do 80 push-ups in 2 minutes, I'm big as hell. But in reality, I was like this. I was confusing all that stuff.
Hmm.
But once I got to Washington State, bro, I was waking up at 4 to hit the gym at 5
Hmm.
to be at PT, which is physical training at 6:30 formation,
Hmm.
and then do work out there. And that I did that for multiple years. And my wife was like, "You waking up at 4 in the morning? You're crazy." But it got to a point that if I didn't do that, I will feel horrible for the rest of the
Hmm.
day.
Hmm.
I will feel like, damn, this is messing up my whole thing because then it would linger in the back of my mind like, you gotta go to the gym. You missed the gym today. You missed the gym today.
Hmm.
And then that will be the day that we got something stupid to do at work, and then we can't do it, and then that's it. It just messed up your whole schedule
Right.
for the week. But here and then recruiter was the same thing, bro. Like it was when COVID hit, I was struggling, bro. Like no gym, I was going crazy. I don't
Yeah.
know. Were you in Florida still when
No,
COVID was,
when I
or
was in
were you in
when I
Washington still?
when COVID hit, I was recruiting in Oregon. So it had
Oregon, that's
just
right.
happened. So we didn't have like everything shut down. It was like, damn, like what do I do? And then that at that time, my mentality, even then I was like, man, I'm ready to get out, man. But then they said, nah, go. They gave me orders to Florida and it rejolted me. I'm like, yeah, let's go to Florida. Let's get this knocked out in Florida. And then that leadership happened. But but yeah, it was
No, but it worked out. It
it
worked out.
worked
It
out.
worked out. It
Yeah,
definitely
it
worked out.
definitely worked out. But yeah, like you said, that road to 80 is heavy. My father even told
Right.
me he said, "Man, I like that because I'm trying to get back fit." And that's really the goal of it cuz I would say what we are experiencing now in our generation theoretically versus the older generation is that we're going to be a lot more fit, obviously, because you see a lot more fitness influencers and stuff like that. As long as they don't fall off, which it could be like a trend right now to be fit and to do that. But the goal is to not just keep planning in our mind that it's just going to be a 30-day process. Oh, I get fat and then I get a summer body. Get fat, then get a summer body. Well, if you don't build the discipline around trying to change totality of your physique in life and longevity, then what's the real mission here? Like, it's not just about looking good on the beach. It's about I'm trying to preserve my life for my kids. I want to be able to run with my grandkids. Hey, y'all get out here, line up on the street, and and we gonna race up the street, light pole to light pole, and I'm gonna beat you. I want to put that in their head. And it's funny you said about when I was doing this bodybuilding competition. I met this guy. He was like 60 years old, fit, slender dude, fit. And I'm like, bro, you look good. He said, yeah. He told me this story. He was like, man, I was at a family reunion and it was me, my son, and my son's son and we're all on the basketball court, and my son's friends was there, and we all played basketball, and they kept saying, "That's your granddad on the court." He said at first, he said it was
Dude, Austin,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, he said at first it was funny to him because he was like, he's putting in decent work from what he's telling me. He said when he realized, like, damn, I'm on here with 3 generations on the court, and that's something them kids will never forget. Like, damn, grandpa was out here getting that work, you know.
Bro, I was thinking about it because, I mean, I got girls, obviously, but, well, not obviously, for the people that don't know, I do have 2 girls. But in my mind, I got them young.
Hmm.
And one of the reasons was I want to be able to do everything that I like to do. I mean, I'm very active myself. I
Hmm.
like to play sports. I like to, again, go to the gym, run, and all that stuff. And I want to be able to do whatever they want to do.
Hmm.
I don't want to be like, if they tell me, or if their kids tell me, hey, I want to go, Dad, let's go play tennis or
Hmm.
whatever.
Right.
I won't be able to know my hip hurts
Yeah.
or something like that because of something that I didn't do.
Hmm.
Again, if something were to happen in the future and I'm all messed up, I can't control that. But if something that I can control because of my laziness, I didn't work out and I'm over here bent down all messed up. Nah,
Hmm.
bro, like that's definitely not gonna happen. So
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely feel the same way for sure.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That's the thing. And I actually got some shirts. I'm gonna have to send it to you. This concept idea of what they look like. Road
Cool.
to road to road to 80, fit to 80. I can't remember how it says on the shirt, but yeah, they coming in. Oh, so for the channel, they coming in. I wasn't even about to say it, but I got excited. But yeah, they coming in. Gotta have some shirts. They real
Some merch,
fire.
you got some merch?
Yeah, I got some merch, man. They fire, man. They fire. They really dope. So I'm excited about them. Uh, so they gonna come soon. But yeah, that's really the bridge of the mission. Is to make sure we build a community about being fit until we 80 years old. We're not trying to stick to a 30-day diet, 60-day, 90-day scheme or whatever. And I said this on one of the episodes is what we have to figure out is, even if, let's say, we do those fad diet, not diets, but training programs of 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, once you get the results you want for that wedding dress or whatever, let's not just stop there. Like, what are we doing after that? Like, keep the momentum going. It maybe not have to be as intense as what you did for those 30, 60, 90 days, but let's keep the momentum going until you build that into your daily routine. So that way you can change your outcome. Like you said, we trying to run and flip and do, like I said, play tennis with our kids. That's what you want. That's what you don't want to be like, oh, I seen grandma, but all she did was sit in the couch and we watched Jeopardy, which I loved. I enjoyed doing that with my grandma. But I want more for my generation to see, my lineage. Like, damn, grandpa been out here. Yeah. And then maybe even the
The
great
ultimate
grands.
the ultimate goal shouldn't be to lose that weight or to be that lean or to get shredded. The ultimate goal should be to maintain it,
Right.
because that's in my opinion, that's harder. And now I don't know how you feel about this though, but I think like as of now, I feel like we're the fittest generation so far. Like, and I feel like as younger people, the Gen Z grow up, and then what's the other one after Gen Z?
ABC. I don't know. They changed. I heard that they were supposed to
Well,
start the numbers over, letters over again. I don't know.
uh,
I did. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. So, well, the ones that 'cause Gen Z starts when they were born in '96, but whatever. The next one after that, they will see the results. I feel like they're smarter. The
Hmm.
technology is there. You can literally see, bro. Like this is what happens if you don't work out. This will happen to if you smoke all day. If you
Hmm.
drink too much. Like it's not like boomers or
Right.
millennials. Sometimes they're just like, man, I'm doing this. You're gonna die some way. I hate when people say that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you gotta die. You gotta die some way. Everybody's gonna die at some point. Like, yeah, bro, but like that's just a stupid
Yeah.
concept to say. You know
I'm
what I'm
not gonna
saying? Like,
force my death.
what the hell?
I'm gonna
Like,
die someday.
you see
Let me
people,
help. Let me speed it up.
bro, that's crazy. So I feel like again, and I want to know what you think of it. This is the smartest generation as far as like they're more into fitness, they're more
Hmm.
into health. They're at least I'll say this, at least they're more aware
Hmm.
of what could happen and what could happen if they work out or what's gonna happen if they don't? Like, what are the consequences? And they care more, whether they act on it or not.
Hmm.
That's what separates us from a lot of people. But at least they're more aware of what's gonna happen if they don't do anything about it. So,
Right. That's right. Cause it was funny you said it. Cause I think it was a while ago. I seen on social media, and it was like alcohol sales are down because this new generation isn't drinking as much as the older generation, which was our generation, right? Or our age group, millennial group, whatever they call it. I can't
mhm.
remember. But they're saying that they're drinking a lot less. Gen Z, I think they say, is drinking a lot less than what we were
Yeah.
doing in our age group. And I'm like, I could kind of see that because they see what our example of doing it, what it really was. It wasn't really that thing. And even now, as we get older, we're like, man, that's probably was stupid. I probably shouldn't have been drinking that much, and it
And
doesn't make any sense.
they also see it with a lot of them see it with their parents or their
Yeah,
grandparents. A lot of these people are sick,
yeah,
like
sick. Yeah.
they're sick. They're going through some sort of medical, whether cancer at the worst case scenario, but liver disease and all these things. The lungs are messed up, the throat, all this that causes by either smoking or
Hmm.
drinking heavily, or and not working out, and then you can't even run a mile when you're 40 because your heart, the thing is gonna explode. Like they see all that stuff, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So like if a 15-year-old, which is considered a Gen Z, wants to play basketball with his dad that's 40, and the dad can't even go outside for 3 minutes without,
Mm.
like,
Right.
he's in his mind. I feel like a lot of them are gonna be like, man, I'm not gonna be like that when I'm 40. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's a big too.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. I think exactly what you said was right. They definitely see the results of that effect of using the drugs, the alcohol, the smoking, and even probably being in an environment like, I'm not going to do that because our generation probably is more common to exposing them to that type of reality of what the actual consequences of those things are. 'Cause like I said, we seen the what's that grandma old cooking, and she got to die. Not saying all grandmas, but cut they foot get cut off, they heart they got bad blood pressure, that they're about to die on a deathbed or whatever for some sickness of their diet. So our generation, I think, was more conscious about, okay, we're not gonna eat too much of this for the black community, what they call it, the soul food. We're not eating all that every day because we see you dying all the time.
You
So
haven't seen? I saw a video of some not comedians, but I mean, I guess you can say comedians. They were saying like a family member died of eating, very bad stuff through the years, and he had a heart attack. But then on the funeral,
they
it
eat the
was
same
full of
damn
the same
thing.
food that killed him. And everybody was like, "Oh, this shit good. This
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
busting, bro.
exactly.
Busting."
We gonna
And
eat
I'm
the
like,
food that just killed you. We not doing that no more. We gotta cut that.
damn.
But I
You
think,
got a
like you said,
mountain of mac and cheese, and, like the ribs. Like, come on, bro.
yeah, you can't eat like that. You can't. And I always tell people you could enjoy it, but if that's like your every Sunday dinner, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like you're not about to make it too far. You about to. And I always say, look at the establishment of those people that's in those restaurants, or the people in those establishments, those restaurants, and so on and so forth, and be like, is that the body that's gonna keep me fit? That's gonna have longevity for myself? Nah, it's not. It ain't gonna work. Like it's not gonna work. You just sacrificing your comfort to be you're sacrificing your discipline for the comfort of the food that you want.
Hey, that's a temporary solution, but like that's
Yeah.
you start. Bro, I'll tell you this right now. I don't eat fast food. I haven't eaten fast food in a minute, but whenever I do eat it, because I'm craving it or I'm out and about and I'm starving and there's nothing else. As soon as I'm eating it, like halfway through, bro, I feel terrible, yo.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but I
Yeah.
feel like I'm like, what the hell? This is gross. I regretted it almost immediately, bro.
Yeah. That happened to me all the time. I'm like, I'm craving, let's say, McDonald's or Covert or whatever. I'm gonna get a burger and I'll get it. And like you said, halfway through it, I'm like, why I get this? This isn't even good.
It's
Like
not even real food,
it's
bro.
not
It's
even
not
real.
even
It
real
tastes
food.
so fake. And I'm like, man, I can make this at home. Like the other days we went to Chili's and was eating at Chili's and I'm just sitting there like, this shit is trash. I could have stayed home and cooked this. Like it has the establishments has fallen so far. It does not even
Bro,
make sense.
Chili's and Applebee's. There was an Applebee's by my house in Boca, and
Hmm.
I used to live in Boca Raton and in South Florida, and it was so bad, bro. First of all, there was like two people. I feel like the guy that was waiting our food was the same guy cooking our food. It was there was nobody there.
Uh,
I was like, this is terrible, yo.
that's funny.
Man,
That's funny.
all those chains, I think they're going. All those chains ultimately they will be replaced by more fresh,
Hmm.
more mom and pop type of stores like that. So yeah.
Right, right, right. So like you said, but like you said, these kids now, our generation is setting the standard of being trying to be on that road to 80. It's going to breed that into the kids that's coming up behind us, be more incontinent of their fitness and stuff. Like they say, you see all on social media, all these influencers and things like that. These kids are obviously seeing that stuff on social media, so it's going to help install that into their mindset too. You know, to be more fit as they get older, especially when they got good parents leading them, of course. Yeah, but I know I
Hell
got you.
yeah, bro.
Huh? Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say that in when I used to go to LA Fitness and again in Boca, Boca is a primarily white city, not city but like town or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And
For those
there
that
was
in
a bunch
Florida,
of teenagers.
Florida Boca Raton is a
Yeah.
city in Florida.
Boca Raton is a city in South Florida, yeah, about an hour north of Miami. And bro, those kids there, a bunch of teenagers there, that they were strong, dude. And they were like, "Are you 17? What the hell is going on, bro?"
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they were fit. So again, it goes back to what we were talking about. Like they're starting young and they're, whether they content creators and they're looking online to see what they can become. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
I bet. So I got some rapid fire round questions I'm gonna ask you.
All right, bro.
So we
Let's
will
get
see
it.
what you go with. Coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
Cardio or weights?
Weights.
Army PT or marathons?
Army PT.
Uh, what's your favorite military memory?
Favorite military memory. I guess I'll say getting promoted to staff sergeant. I think I'll never get that shit.
Favorite
No, no,
exercise?
you know what?
Go,
I'll take that
go
back.
ahead.
I'll take that back. I take that back. Coming back from deployment.
Come back from, oh
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
all. Oh
yeah.
man, coming back from
I
deployment.
feel like nothing trumps that, bro. Like I
Nothing
feel like
trumps that, man. It's like putting on a fresh pair of shoes with fresh, clean white socks. Oh man, coming back from deployment. Yes, yeah. Favorite exercise?
um leg press, bro. I mean leg squat. Barbell squat.
Barbell squat. Most underrated life skill.
Most underrated life skill. Controlling your emotion, bro.
I like that. I like that. That's dope. That's fire. Stamp it. Controlling your emotions, man. Cause she's, all right.
People be walling out, bro. Yeah.
You are now.
They be walling out.
Oh snap. Okay, let's see. Most important trait in a leader.
Most important trait in a leader. It's between communication and listening, but I guess I'll say communication because
Communication.
if you're communicating well, bro, everything's gonna work out.
Perfect. Yep. Yep. Best piece of advice you've ever received.
Best piece of advice you ever received was this was good. It was follow through on each plan as small as it is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people make 1,000 plans and they don't follow through to the very end. So, short sentence, follow through on your plan,
Mm,
whatever plan it is. Follow through.
dope. Oh, two more. So one thing you tell your younger self today. I feel like that's a
But
question
young, how young?
everybody always asks. Like, what would you tell your
I
younger
know.
self today?
But how young? How young?
If you
Tell me
had,
what age? Tell me what age.
huh?
How young? Like how young am I telling? Am I 10-year-old or am I
Let's say
20? Like how old am
14, 15, because that's when kind of rubber meets the road when you start knowing kind of what things going on.
I? 14, 15, and what would I tell myself? At
Hmm.
14, damn, I mean shit. Um, 14 or 15, I'll tell myself, bro, it's gonna sound corny, but I feel like, no, I'll tell myself to love and be loved.
Mm,
Like to love and let yourself be loved, not close yourself, not, just you love people, bro. You love the people that should be loved by you, and
mm-hmm.
then just you should be able to receive that same love, not close yourself and all that stuff.
Mm.
That sounds so corny.
Nah,
It
but
sounded better in my head.
nah, I like it because it's deep because it's more of a real question. Like you gotta sometimes when you're in the house, I would say, and you look in the mirror, and sometimes you going. Let's say you're going through a situation, and you have to be real,
Mm.
have that real conversation with yourself. Like, is this really working for you? Like, what you got to do and really change this? So, like you said, tell yourself, hey man, learn to love and love yourself. Or love, how you say it? Love, allow people to love you.
Learn to love and let and to be loved.
Right.
Like learn to
Right.
be. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's easy to get closed off. Like nah, I'm moving.
And, yeah. Especially being a guy, man, and
Yeah,
it is what it is. It is what it is.
exactly. And I think the last one. What's your definition of success?
What's the definition? My definition of success looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my definition of success will be when you wake up one day without thinking what ifs.
Mm.
You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? And then
Mm.
what I mean by that is you're not constantly thinking, what if I had done that? What if I get a better car? What if I move to this place? When you wake up and you're not thinking of what ifs because you're just happy where you are with the people that you are, and then that's it, bro. Like you're set.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need no more what ifs.
Mm-hmm.
You're that's it. You made it.
And
And I
that's
can't believe I just made that up on the spot, but
yeah. No, that's dope because it's like when people are like, oh, I wouldn't come into our when we've recruiting, I come off, I would have joined, but I didn't choose to. Can I have an army T-shirt? Like what? Get the hell out of
get out of here, bro.
here. I would
Get
have
out of here
joined
with that shit.
too. Like, nah, we don't want no what ifs. We did that, and we did that, and we did that, and we can keep doing that.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't say
It's
I
like
have.
that song, bro. But I mean, it's like that song by J. Cole, Love Yours.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Hang in the
That's it,
light
bro.
that's better than young. And
That's
you're like,
it. That's it. There's no what ifs there, bro. That's no
yeah.
what ifs there.
No such
So
thing. No such thing. That's
I'm
dope.
about to listen to that shit when I come up. Yeah.
All right. So the last thing, last closing question. If a veteran is watching this right now, struggling with, let's say, fitness, purpose of life, life after service, what would you tell them? Because I mean, I would say we both have some successful careers as transitioning. But from your perspective,
Right.
what would you give them? Because I know, like I said, we get a lot of people that we've been in the military with, or people that may continue to watch this as they're exiting the military. What kind of advice would you give them?
Yeah. So I'll say, and oh, yeah, again, like you say, we met some people like that because I feel like the biggest thing for those type of people, again, it's not a one shoe fit all, but
Mm-hmm.
the majority of it, like they made a lot of mistakes when they were in. And I feel like, they go out and they don't have the easy answer would be they don't have a plan inside, they don't have anything to do after they just went out and then now what do I do? But the biggest thing is because all those mistakes they did when they were in, whether, a lot of people, how many people we met that they got divorced, they got
Mm.
divorced twice, three
Three
times,
times. Yeah.
they're paying child support with two different baby mamas, they're in debt into their eyeballs because they got a $50,000 truck that they can't pay, all that stuff. I feel like once you get out and you're struggling, bro, you gotta stop dwelling on the past.
Mm-hmm.
Stop dwelling. You're not gonna change it. Nothing good is gonna come up from that because everything that came from it was bad and it already happened. So stop dwelling on the past and focus on what you can do little by little to be better. And that starts with, I guess it depends on what you want to do in life, I guess. But if you get out of your mental,
Mm-hmm.
if you get out, because I mean, the mental is the one that's holding you back, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
right? Most of the time, it's just whether it's depression, whether it's some people have PTSD, whether it's again you're dwelling on those all those mistakes, you got all those problems from the past every day coming at you. No, did it? You should say you should be you should be like, you know what, bro? I'm just gonna focus on a little bit of myself, not be keep reliving everything that I did in the past that was wrong. And I feel like you can do that. You can start by doing that. There's no easy answer.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, there's no easy path. There's no right answer to this. I feel like that's the best way to go about it, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. That's dope. Well, like I said, we've been on here for a minute. We get ready to close it out. Any last statements you want to make? Shout outs. Well, go plug your what's it your Instagram. What's your Instagram and TikTok and everything so the people can follow you.
Well, my YouTube channel is starting over in Spain again. It's just about my life, family of four, moving to South Florida, leaving everything and coming to Spain, facing new challenges and everything that that entails. I do about a video a week. Go check it out again, starting over in Spain. And my Instagram is s.o.i.Spain. I know it's weird, but hopefully you can put it down in the
Yeah.
description
Yep.
or something like that for
Hmm.
the readers to get it. And shout out to you, bro. I mean, you're doing freaking great, bro. Like I love what you're doing, man. I love the
Appreciate it.
content. I love the work you're putting in. I love what you're done with your fitness, and
Hmm.
I mean, low key a success story after the army, bro. It's not for everybody, but
Hmm.
you're getting there. You're getting there, and then this channel is gonna blow up, bro. And little by little, I mean, you're putting out good information. It's
Hmm.
not BS. You're putting out good information, and if whether 10 people see it or 10,000, those people are going to change their lives because again, little by little, that's what a change does.
So appreciate the love. Like I said, this it's been appreciate you coming on the channel, giving your insight to the
Gotcha.
people. Definitely shout out to SOI Spain, starting over in Spain. We
Starting
definitely
over.
appreciate it. Make sure y'all go give them a follow, go down and just like every damn thing, and then go watch everything because it's really great information, especially if you got goals and admirations to move out of the country. You can use that as a bridge to your gap, bridge the gap. But you can use that as
I
a
was
way that you could maybe navigate to whatever country you want to do. And then yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's dope. So without further ado, appreciate my boy Soto coming on here. We're gonna log out. Definitely stay tuned for the next following episode. Spaceman out.